Welcome to Easy Email Marketing. I'm your host, Yael Keown, mum, FIFO wife, MBA, coffee lover, survivor superfan, and creator of the email experience. In Easy Email Marketing, you'll benefit from my nearly 20 years experience, where I'll be teaching you all the tips, tricks, and insider info on how to create feel-good, non-spammy experiences for your subscribers. Let's get stuck in. Welcome back to Easy Email Marketing. I'm your host, Yael Keown, and today we are focusing on your most essential email automation, your welcome series. And I'll be specifically looking at the most common mistakes I see small business owners make with them, plus what you should be doing instead. Now, for the purposes of ease, I'll be focusing on a welcome series that is sent before the sale. So yes, you absolutely need to welcome customers and clients and students, especially if they only join your list at the point of purchase, but the approach there is slightly different. I'm specifically talking about those welcome series that are all about getting that first sale, that first conversion. Also, feel free to swap out the term welcome series to sales funnel, to nurture series, etc. The concept is essentially the same. You have a new subscriber who has not purchased from you before. They are currently actively interested in what you have to offer. They are thirsty for information, so they are looking at your emails. And your job is to make it easy for them to make an informed decision about buying from you. So this is typically across a series of at minimum 3 emails, but I do suggest more, and they are sent in a fairly condensed period of time over 1 to 2 weeks. So while most people recognize the importance of this welcome series, and I'm talking open rates of 70-80% plus, there are a lot of common mistakes that I see business owners making that can result in a huge loss of potential sales. So let's get stuck right in. Mistake number 1 is giving your coupon code or your lead magnet immediately after signing up. So this means on the thank you confirmation message or the thank you page, they are given the coupon code straight away, or they are given the PDF link to download immediately, or the video to watch is available right there on the next screen. This is a big mistake because it creates a missed engagement opportunity and it removes the need to ensure that your emails are delivered. So one of the crucial factors when it comes to email deliverability is your sender reputation and how much people are opening and clicking through on your emails. So if you just give them their freebie straight on that next screen, they have no incentive to go to the inbox to then make sure that they receive your email, and then secondly, to open it, and then thirdly, to click it. That first lot of engagement is really, really crucial to ensure your sender reputation is intact and to ensure that that individual subscriber gets those emails. So please don't have that delivery or information immediately. We need them to get in that habit of going to the inboxes and opening those emails. The second mistake I see is people make the welcome series all about themselves and not their audience, not their subscribers. I see a lot of things of sentences starting with I or we, talking about how the business started, etc. Now, this is really, really tricky because, of course, you need to share what makes your business different, what makes you someone to buy from, your background story, to create that connection piece. But if it's just a biography, that's about you. It's not about them. So instead, try to come across your welcome series as a big picture where you connect with their challenge. And when you share your story, when you share the benefits of your products or your services, you are sharing it in line from their challenge and their frustrations or what they want. You aren't just saying, here's the checklist of things that are included and I started this business because XYZ. Instead, flip it and make it about them, not from you. The third mistake is doing things like saying, don't worry, I won't spam you. Or I'll send you emails once a month and it'll be this. And you're apologizing straight away for being in their inbox. Remember, people are not dumb. They know when they give an email address, especially if it is to sign up to something, to get something, they know they will get emails from you. Of course, they are welcome to unsubscribe at any time. But if I see someone say apologetically, don't worry, I'm not going to spam you, I'm not going to annoy you with excess emails, etc. What that tells me is that you don't have the confidence in what you offer. Like, I want you to be so raving excited about your products, about your services, about how you can help, that you just want to share more. Now, of course, it doesn't mean you're going to start spamming them. It doesn't mean you're going to be sending an email a day for a month. It just means you are confident in what you offer. So remove that whole sentence. Remove permission-based language like I just want to. I'm popping into your inbox so that. Instead, be confident, be direct, and if you want to talk about what they can expect from being in your world and being on your list, come at it from that angle, saying, I am so excited, or you will love this content that I'm going to share with you. Again, we're flipping it, showing them the possibilities about what can come. The mistake number 4 then is only sending one email. So, of course, when you're starting out with one email is better than nothing. So I do see this a lot where there's just nothing when someone first signs up. The first step, of course, is sending that first email. But remember, when someone signs up to your email list, they are most excited to hear from you. They are either actively looking for a solution to a problem now, or they are doing some sort of research, or if they've signed up for a discount code, they are looking at buying, and we need to help them with that process. So that could involve many things. It could be, what do they need to know to make an informed decision? How do they need to feel? And also asking the question about what gets in the way. So what makes a decision hard? And we don't want to pack all this into one email. If we have all of that, it'll be this super long, overwhelming thing. So instead, we want to step this out a little bit, have the most crucial information up front, but then start to paint a picture. And of course, the bigger the decision, the more emails that you might find you need to get this across. Of course, if you have a very simple product where there's not even any sizing related information, etc., then you could probably get away with just having some hard-hitting dot points that say this is what you need to know, or here's how you make a decision. But if you even just go to that next layer of, okay, well, maybe I need to figure out what size is the best for me. Maybe you need to have sizing information or some guarantees around your returns and how you do replacements, etc., how to measure, all of those things. If you have a service-based business, you're asking more from someone than just a transaction of money. You're starting to ask for time, typically, if it's like one-on-one consulting, unless you are doing something for them. And sometimes you are asking for them to make a change, to embrace something different about themselves, which is a bigger ask. So that might require more emails and more help to guide them towards making an informed decision. So this is not about pressure-fueled sales. Yes, you do need to create some urgency around this to encourage them to take action earlier rather than later. But it is from that perspective of, okay, how can I help you decide what's best? Can I provide, those simple sizing charts? Can I provide an alternative way for you to get support? Can I share stories of people like you and shows how this worked for you? How can I make you feel worthy of the change that's going to happen? And what do you need to know about the practicalities, but still in line with the benefits and outcomes? So that's mistake 4, sending only one email. Mistake number 5 is getting both your welcome series and the rest of your emails at the same time. So if you have a welcome series of emails over, say 5 emails over the course of 10 days, if someone signs up to your list and you just say, as soon as someone signs up to my list, they are going to get these welcome emails. But then that week, the next day, you send out your regular updates. And then a week later, they get that. What that does is it distracts them from the main focus of what you are trying to achieve. Plus, it's sending them extra emails, right? So we always want to make sure when someone first joins your list that they do not start getting your regular campaigns until they have gone through that initial welcome experience. You have set the foundation, and then once they graduate from that, and I use quotation marks from there, then they get added to your wider list, unless you've got other automations that they go through in the meantime. And a sub-mistake to this one is continuing to send the sales welcome emails, even if they make a purchase. So if someone purchases right after sending that discount code delivery, you don't want to keep sending them reminders to use that discount code. Once they make that transaction, you can either pull them out of that welcome series, or if there are still a couple of important things in there that you need to share with them, you can continue through to just those emails. Mistake number 6 is that the lead magnet that they sign up for, whatever it is, the opt-in incentive, does not align with the offer. So I see varying degrees of really good lead magnet ideas. So I'm talking like PDF guides, videos, etc. And there are some really fantastic concepts and ideas out there, and ones that really encourage people to sign up. And there are many businesses I see who create like 10 of these things and share all the different ones all the places. But they just point everyone to the same welcome series. And that isn't helpful if the lead magnet is just something totally generic or on topic A, but your offer, the thing you're trying to guide them to, is something that is unrelated and isn't just this logical next step. So we need to make sure that whatever you are offering at the end of your welcome series, or even right from the beginning, it aligns with your lead magnet or your opt-in incentive. It makes sense. Obviously, discount code, buy now. But we want to have, if it is a PDF that's solving a problem, we want to make sure that the offer is something that helps solve that problem and helps them take action on it. Which does lead me to mistake number 7, and that is duplicated welcome series. So this is where you might think, okay, all right, maybe I need to have a different welcome series based around every single lead magnet I have. Now, this can be a mistake in that if someone goes to your website and signs up to 2 or 3 or 4 different lead magnets because they see all these things beautifully lined up, what's going to happen then if you have duplicated and you have your lead magnets just triggering off, sending all your welcome emails? They will get 2, 3, or 4 welcome series simultaneously. We don't want to be doing that, so we need to make sure they are only going through one welcome series at a time. So there are 2 ways to think about this. Every welcome series should only have one main offer. So one main thing you are leading them towards. So you might have a couple of different welcomes because you have a couple of different offers for very distinct audience groups. And if that's the case, you just have to be really careful about how you manage that and make sure they are distinct enough that they are going to attract totally different people. So it is incredibly unlikely that someone is going to be signing up to both at a time. If you have lead magnets that all lead to the same offer, that is all good. All you need to do is separate the experience. So the lead magnet delivery email is its own automation. And then after that's been delivered, you put them into the welcome series, which is the same one as a different one that is connected to the lead magnet. So if you've got 3 different lead magnets that all go to the same offer, you would have 4 automations. You would have 3 delivery automations, 1 for each lead magnet, and then you would have 1 automation for your welcome series. If you are concerned that 1 email for the lead magnet delivery isn't enough to kind of make sure that your lead magnet aligns with your offer. You can include like maybe one bridging email in there that just helps them feed through. So in a nutshell, we want to have only one welcome series per offer, and that offer should be distinct enough from anything else so that if you have more than one going on, it's very unlikely that people are going to be signing up for more than one thing. Now, along these lines, you might be asking as well, I might have a different audience. I might have, one different piece of information based around what category someone fits into, etc. If that's the case, you can just add a split in the automation, like a condition, and have two versions of an email, or have one email that's got conditional content blocks in. There are plenty of things we can do, but we want to just try to get through to that welcome once. Mistake number 8 is vague or non-existent calls to action. The amount of welcome emails that I see without anything for someone to do is astounding. Remember, people are looking for help now. And please avoid just saying things like, if you happen to want help, hit reply. Or maybe you just sneak in a little PS, like, PS, if you want to chat, here, you book a complimentary call here. Or you just have a subtle shop now button. No, we want to have a strong, easy call to action. It's all about making it easy. Your subscriber should not have to do extra work to be able to figure out how to buy from you. They should just be able to click a link and go, everything's there. I just need to check out, etc. That eliminates distraction. It makes it clear. It makes it easy. So we need to make sure we are obvious and those calls to actions are strong and that we always have one. Now, if you are in the example of perhaps you're at a list building stage and ahead of like launching a program or a course or a membership and it's not quite available yet, that does not mean you cannot have a strong call to action. You can still have asked for them to get on a wait list or fill out an expression of interest. You can get them to reply to specific questions or get to vote on something. We still want to have a call to action and you still want to share with them what is coming up next. The 9th mistake is kind of the opposite of this, and that is like going from like first meeting someone to asking them to join like a 12-month mastermind or invest in like a $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 offer. Sometimes that is just too big a step. Or if that is all you offer because you offer something like website building services and people need to work with you closely and that's kind of just where your packages start, make sure you've got a really good, easy interim step. So whether it is a complimentary consult call or just a paid consult call or a strategy call or something in there that makes it easier. So it's an application form, something that helps them get to that next step without trying over 5 days when someone first meets you to convince them to splash $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 on you. Instead, sometimes we might need to think, okay, what's something smaller that I can offer that once someone's handed over, once someone's made a transaction with me and they get a taste of what I can do for them, then they're more likely to convert later on. So that's the concept behind things like tripwires, etc. People put those in there in place, or just having like a once-off strategy call situation. So what is something that you can put in as the interim in that? And finally, mistake number 10 is not including alternative options for engagement. So right at the first mistake, I mentioned how important it is for people to be opening and clicking your emails for your sender reputation, to ensure your emails start going to inboxes. And when someone's in their welcome experience with you, this is when they are most likely to take actions because they are in that frame of mind. So we want to include some other alternative options for engagement that aren't just buy now. So buy now, book now, apply now, they are bigger steps. So can we have some baby steps in there too? Maybe in the first email, you include a key question, like what's your biggest challenge or frustration right now when it comes to the area you work in? Maybe you include a little bit of a poll saying what best describes you, vote on this poll. Maybe you include a roundup of ways they can connect with you. If you have a podcast, share the podcast and your top episodes, or share like your Instagram handle and a couple of posts they might want to check out. So give them a few different ways they can connect with you, but still without detracting from that offer. It could also mean giving them an alternative next step, an alternative call to action to help them make a decision. So maybe if they're still like struggling to, make a purchase, you could have like a form or a survey you get them to complete to help them make a decision about what the best product is for them. Or maybe you have the ability for them to give you a call or to book a call just to say, hey, can we talk through options and gift ideas, etc. I'm happy here to support you. And one thing that I just love to do between like a welcome series and before someone gets on to my regular sort of campaigns is giving them some sort of value bomb email before continuing. So you've done the sales pitch, etc. You've shared with them options for their next steps, and they might have made a decision or they might not have. But you can still, in that interim, when they're still in that excited period, just say, okay, I'm just going to have a bit of a palate cleanser here. We've done a little bit of sales stuff. Let's just share you something really, really fun that you're going to enjoy. So whether it's another downloadable, whether it's another video, whether it is just a list of great reads or podcasts or 10 things to get started, that is really, really helpful to just set the tone for what is to come. Okay, I feel like I have ranted on well enough about these mistakes. I honestly didn't expect that I would dive so deep into each of them. So a quick recap on what mistakes I see. Number 1 is giving your coupon code or lead magnet immediately after signing up, like on the confirmation page. Making it about yourself and not about your subscribers. Number 3 is saying things like, don't worry, I won't spam you. And number 4 is only sending one email. Number 5 is getting both your welcome series and the rest of your emails at the same time. Number 6 is your lead magnet or your opt-in incentive not aligning with your offer. Number 7 is having duplicated welcome series and the opportunity for people to receive more than one. Number 8 is vague or non-existent calls to action. Number 9 is going from 0 to a massive sales ask really quickly. And number 10 is not including alternative options for engagement. Hopefully you aren't making any of these mistakes, but if you are, they are simple fixes to make. It's not all about going and rewriting the whole thing. Sometimes it is just about making some tweaks to your language, making sure you've got that calls to action, thinking about, how can I make this email a bit more engaging? Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to hear from you about what you've enjoyed from this episode or what you want to know more about in future episodes. Please let me know over on Instagram. I'm at Yalkione, or one word, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to Easy Email Marketing. It's an absolute honour that you chose to listen. If you love this episode, then it would mean the world to me if you could leave a review so that others can find this podcast and make their email marketing easy too. Finally, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. Until next time, have an awesome day and make sure to keep showing up and serving in those inboxes.